we we
We,
go with our own flow.
that's right. We don't need, what was that man that used to do those Italian vacations? Popeil. Ron Popeil. Do you remember that?
Ron Poe, I haven't heard that name.
He, he
I'm only going to get that from you.
of course, he used to come on like he on the cheap radio, on the cheap television stations, like the local stations. He'd have ads, and it was Ron Popeil's Italy Vacations. That was a long time ago, David.
Eat at Tony's.
Hey, we're live, and
Oh,
so
great.
we better say hello, everybody.
We don't have to check where we're live. We know we're live.
We're live.
We're live and in charge, or however that rhymes.
Live and in charge. That doesn't rhyme. But
That doesn't rhyme.
it's a nice thought.
In some language, it does. I don't know. In some country, it might.
What is Tamalama Ding Dong up to tonight?
Tammy, and I wish I could share a picture with you, but I am using my phone as a camera. We just had built-ins put into the living room. So she's mopping the dust up off of the floor. And first thing in the morning, I'm going to go buy some paint so I can start painting those things.
Really?
Because she cannot wait to put stuff on them.
Built-ins in the living room. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see a picture of that. And I just pointed because my ear is in tune to the train whistles, and I don't know if you could hear it, but the 8:05 to Manhattan is 2 minutes early. It's only 8:03. Maybe they've got the nor'easter wind behind them, pushing them up forward. Well, welcome everyone to the Two Chaps live sale. I'm one of the chaps, and that's the other one. I never know. I think you're there.
Yes.
That's the other one.
Actually, touch fingers if.
Oh, we could. Let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, right there.
We're there.
Come up some. Let's see. Are we there? I don't know. I can't see. It's not happening.
Wait, your other hand is reaching in. Never mind.
What? Welcome, good folk. It is lovely to have you here this evening. I am broadcasting from the wonderful state of New Jersey.
I am broadcasting from Texas in Vintage Uprising Studio B. I set up here because I wasn't sure when the contractors were leaving and I couldn't have the noise. So it was too late to move everything into the house where I normally do Two Chaps.
Yeah.
So I am disturbing VUT holy ground right now. I feel honored that Tammy let me use her space by myself.
Your space is beautiful.
Wonderful. So it's cold where you are. You have the heat on.
Well, it's chilly. It's because it's nor'easter. I wouldn't have turned it on, but after 2 days of just wind and rain and cold, down in the 40s at night, the house needed just to have the edge taken off. So
the team didn't powder my forehead. Sorry.
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go.
Yes. I did my nose and I trimmed my beard. I didn't put a tie on, but I did get out. I did bring my winter clothing down from the attic. I store my winter clothing in the attic. And so I'm in my first time this season, my green cable, what do you call it? Well, oh, thank you. Teresa said very nice green sweater. I just happened to notice that. Well, I appreciate that. I think my hat is crooked, but whatever. So's my head.
It's not sweater weather yet. Matter of fact, I had to dress up a t-shirt. It was 92 today. It's supposed to be 94 tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, it's October.
94?
94. I kid you not.
Oh, my word. I cannot. I simply can't.
It's been the pits.
Well, that sounds pretty warm. Yes, cable knit. Thank you, John. I couldn't remember what you called it. Anything exciting happen for you this week? I had an exciting thing happen this week, or an enjoyable thing.
Tammy and I spent 4 days since we've returned from Pittsburgh. The fall version of Round Top, the Antiques Week, commenced. So Tammy and I spent 4 separate days out shopping, doing that thing and sourcing and just enjoying local eats and the crowds and all that comes with a giant international flea market. And we noticed it was a little thin. I don't know. We heard some sad stories where RVs broke down, so vendors couldn't come, or vendors were just gonna wait till spring. I think the economy got a few people. I'm not sure. I don't know. A lot of people lost their deposits though, because they put their, like, if you're there in the fall, you're putting your deposit down for next spring already.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a thinner crowd, but we make the best of it. We have fun. We took Jack out a couple of times. But yeah, we found some shelves, found some more furniture for the house, and I found things to sell. I found things to keep. You know how that goes. But yeah, it's been a very busy. Has it been 3 weeks already since the trip? Yeah, it's been a very, very busy 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're coming up on a month now, because I think the first day of the house was the 15th. So
yes,
yeah.
You're right, it was. You're right, it was. It was. Yeah, we got rained out. And of course, the Revive It sisters and I reserved a spot at the Columbus Flea Market for the entire month of October. 2 spots, actually. And of course, if it rains, you don't get your money back. It just doesn't work that way. It's, you pay, and then whatever the weather does what it does.
Right.
But of course, we with this storm, we weren't able to sell yesterday. So we've got 2. We did the first Sunday of the month, and we've got 2 more. If we have decent weather for the last 2 Sundays in October, we'll still be there. We had a great time last time, and so I was kind of disappointed we couldn't sell yesterday, but that's quite all right. I figured that if we could get 3 good Sundays out of the 4 in October, we would be just fine.
And the buyers feel the same way. They cannot wait to go to a flea market and buy.
Yeah.
And they are just as disappointed with weather, and they are determined to come back and look for goodies. I mean,
indeed,
they can't help themselves. So yeah, hopefully it works out for you.
Yeah, I haven't looked any forward to see what the weather is going to be at the end of the week. Who knows?
Well, let's look at the weather.
I don't even
behind the weather desk.
What I'm going to have for breakfast tomorrow morning. I had some wonderful bean and ham soup, which I made, and I was around the house the afternoon, so I had that soup on all day, most of the day. And that was delicious, and it smelled really good. And having the stove top on heated up the kitchen, so that felt nice. Anyway, we're going to have a live sale tonight. I'm going to ship out of New Jersey. David will ship out of Texas. In case anybody is new here, you don't have to pre-register. We can't combine orders, but we use Pirate Ship for cheap shipping, or the best shipping we can. Although, let me tell you, I got some emails from some folks where some packages hadn't gotten there yet. And I went and checked tracking numbers and forwarded those tracking numbers. And 5, I don't know what's going on out in the Texas area, but 5 of my packages that either were going to Texas or had to go to Texas and then be rerouted somewhere else. When you clicked on the tracking numbers, UPS said, "We are so sorry for the delay in your package. It has been temporarily held up." And I had about 5 of them, and they were all in Texas. So I guess maybe they're disappointed that it's 96 degrees. I don't know.
Maybe. Don't look at me.
I ain't looking at you. But anyway, I did answer everybody's emails and let them, and gave the folks that their the pork chops were wonderful, John. Thank you for asking. Yeah, well, even though you're in North Carolina, you might be surprised. Sometimes packages go all the way to Kalamazoo and then back again. It's very strange. All they need to do is put a box on the wrong truck. So if you're missing something, if you'll email me, I don't like to talk about business when I'm doing the live sale, but if you'll email me, I will get back to you and send you any tracking number that you'd like.
You think it would be very simple to get something from point A to point B, but these companies make it so difficult for themselves. I don't know how they make money, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Their margins have got to be razor thin.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, NC Coast fan. No worries at all. And
Lucas, hello from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Thank you for understanding. There's always a reason for something. Sometimes it's me. A lot of times it's me, but a lot of times it's not me. It's forces out of our control. So let's say this. You have a sale Wednesday night, yes?
Yes.
Good. And then the group is going to be together on Halloween evening. That's Friday night at 8 o'clock on Halloween. You make sure those children get their grubby little hands on your candy apples by 7:50, because I want you to turn off your porch light, lock the front door, and tune in to this channel. Everybody, we all voted and decided, we all figure out whose channel it's going to be on, and it was decided it would be on this one. And I shall be broadcasting from the haunted attic.
Ooh.
Who knows what will happen?
You have to shake the dust off the old crone up there.
Yes, every once in a while I have a broom and I have to bang the ceiling to get the old crone to pipe down. So anyway, that's that. But it is now almost a quarter after, and so I think we've primed the crowd about as much as we can. We've got 281, I guess, I don't know, folks here. Our 275, we just lost 10. I guess they
Football.
found something else to do. I don't blame them. But let's get selling. David, why don't you go first?
Okay, I will. And I will start with Karen Williams is going to be nice enough to do our starts. I'm not sure.
Oh, is she here?
She's here. Great.
Well,
she
then
is. So my first start is at 19.
Oh, well, now hold on. I'm messing things up again.
Woo.
Oh,
there's a start.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I'm messing things up again.
Oh, look at that wonderful trim he did around his lips.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm always trimming around my lips. Now, how come I can't get David to be solo? I'm just going to remove myself from the stage. If I remove David, I think I just... Come back. Come back. You know, they're always changing things. Anyway, what's that say? Oh, football night? David, you're going to have to come back again. I think I done lost you. So I'll wait until I see the little, he probably has to get up from his seat. I went and threw him away. Well, maybe I'll sell something while we're waiting for David to come back, although he is supposed to be going first. I'm not sure why I'm having difficulty with that. I hope he's not sitting there talking. Oh, there he is. Okay. So, well, there you are.
Here I am.
And I think that No, why are you doing that? Let's see here. Hold on for a second. Invite. No, is that a different icon? No, there he is. All right, anyway, well, do your thing.
I'll just play with the little spoons.
I think you can. I think you're all set.
I think I'm set. The start is in, and we're going to start with a fry glass juice reamer or fruit reamer to make juice. Full disclosure, there is a chip right there on the handle, but that does not take away from this nice little moon glow of fry glass. We all love the iridescence of fry glass. Just stunning. If you can look at a display case full of fry glass, that is something to behold. This is actually the first little one that Tam found in the wild in Pittsburgh. It measures 3x7 at its wide, 3 inches tall, 7 inches at its widest point across. Just beautiful, beautiful glass. It's huge. Yeah, it's a big one. Eat cereal from it if you want. Oh, put oatmeal in there. You're not tied to just making juice and reaming things. Scott made soup. If this was laying around, sure he would slurp some soup out of this.
I would be happy to. You have a bit of 19 from Bonita Taylor.
Oh, hello, Bonita. Hopefully things are well in North Carolina. Okay, we're not going to spend a lot of time because Scott and I like to move on. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that we'll wait for the stop there. Hopefully everyone is that time of year, so be weather aware. It's so dry here, we have potential fire alerts or fire hazards. So we have to be very careful about where you barbecue and when you barbecue. You don't want to do it when it's too windy or you'll start some massive forest fire. And we know some people are getting floods, so y'all just be mindful of that.
The winner goes to Bonita Taylor at 19.
Great. Thank you so much.
Next up is a salt container from the Depression era, starting at $12 with no lid. Starting at $12 without the lid is a 1920s to 30s a crystal glass salt box container. This might have had a wooden lid. I didn't even bother to look this up. I think it's one of the McKee or Federal or one of those from the 1930s glass makers. And I've seen this before. So it might have had a wooden lid or it might have been glass. It's not chipped, but there is some roughness. Now you've got it. This is utilitarian kitchen glass. And you can imagine the lid on and off and on and off and on and off. So it measures about 6 by 4. Actually, it's 6.5 by 3.5, I guess. And I just love the way salt is written on all 4 sides. So that no matter how you shove this back into your Hoosier cabinet, you're not going to accidentally think that it's sugar. It's salt. Again, dating to the era of the Depression. I love these things. And without the lid, there are many, many usages for it.
Love that bottom.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Gorgeous.
It's heavy too. It's very heavy. I think a wooden lid would look pretty on this as well. so you woodworkers could fashion one. Let's count it down. The high bid right now is ML Minter at 15. And now Benita Taylor at 18. Place your bids because we're counting it down. That's probably knocking on the doors of 100 years old. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Did you like how I switched hands there, David?
Classy.
It was. We're going to wait for the stop to come in, and I will write it down. But in the meantime, I'm going to expand David. But David, if you'll give me just a second to say thank you to whomever it is. The salt container is going to go to, and it look like, well, I'll let my moderator tell me if it is ML Minter at 23. You may have come in just before Cheryl Miller. Is that what you're seeing, David?
I'm seeing ML Minter
At 23. So we'll go with ML Minter. I'm sorry about that, Cheryl. You came in a little bit of a second after ML Minter. A little bit of a second. Okay, David. Thank you, and thank you everyone who placed bids. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm starting with 16 for 2 beautiful Manhattan tumblers. These aren't Pack Avenue. These are Manhattan. Pink, pink, you stink.
Thank you.
Starting at 16. I collect the clear. Very happy to find the pink. I had one, but you know, that's gone. You don't want to hear that story again. But I found these two and I thought, you know, I've got my set of clear that I absolutely love and use. I will just let someone enjoy these. And these are in great condition. You do the quick feel and there's the only thing you feel are the press, the edges from the press. It has the bubble feet and no nicks on the ribs. That one's in great shape. Just the press lines again. No nicks on these ribs. So just classic pink Manhattan. I always run across the little pink candy dish, but hardly ever the tumbler. So just had to pick these up. I can never leave Manhattan behind. Even when I find a single sugar or creamer, I'll pick it up and wait till I pair an item and then bring it to someone who likes it. Standard Manhattan size. These are 5.5 inches tall, so not going to take a lot of shelf. These are not large glasses, but they're very hardy. These can bang around a little bit without getting chipped.
Yeah, they sure can. It's nice, thick glass. Not
very thick glass. It is my favorite pattern. Not probably. I collect it, so it is my favorite pattern. But I'm not keeping the pink, so this is going to be someone's. I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, a 3, a 2, and 1. I see the bids. Thank you so much for your bids, and we'll find out who the winner is in just a moment. Meanwhile, if we want to keep it rolling, Scott can come back while we determine who the winner is. And I see Black Eyed Susan. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone else for your bids. I appreciate it.
Okie dokie smoky. Starting at $20 is an antique glass bake oven casserole dish with etching and the patent date on it. Yeah. Now, it is not chipped. I'm delighted to tell you. We'll take the lid off. Of course, there's roughness on that inner lip from 100 years. On, off, on, off, on, off. If this could talk. I don't know how many quarts it holds, but I'll give you the measurements of it. And I'll tell you that this can be placed in the oven. Yeah. And it measures about 7.5 by 5.5 by 3.5. So it's not going to feed the whole Thanksgiving crowd, but that's good enough for a family of 4, maybe even 6. You'd get enough portions out of that. I love the etch, not an etch. This is done in a mold. And this goes back to the patent date on it is 1919. Look at that handle. And there's a little bit of a yellowish tint. That's not grease. That's the way this tempered glass was made. Now, Glassbake, McKee, they got the patent rights from Pyrex, if I remember correctly, because Pyrex was the ones that figured out how to get your glass in the oven without it shattering. And I believe McKee had to pay them. Fry might have also paid Corning for the patent rights on that. But anyway, down on the inside of this, we have a patent date of May the 27th, 1919. May the 27th, 1919. I love these. I've got some. I use them. I love baking in these old dishes. Why not? So again, measuring 7.5 by 5.5 by 3.5. A little roughness around the lid on the inside, but it's not chipped on the outside. And this can go from oven to table. Are you seeing the little? I'm not holding it still enough for you to see that it has a design on it.
Oh yeah, you can see the pattern.
Like Philby. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, Cheryl Miller's your high bid at 30.
Okay. So Glassbake with a patent date of 1919. So this would have been made sometime in the 20s. And it's wonderful. And I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the 1919 patent date Glassbake casserole dish with lid, ready for your sweet potato casserole.
Your sweet meats.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking. I dig the percolator handle. What percolator handle? I keep refreshing. You said is a Glassbake, aka the McKees. Glassbake is a trade name that was manufactured by McKee, not unlike Fire King, which was a trademark manufactured by Anchor Hocking, to answer your question. Thank you for asking. I don't see all the questions, but I try to catch them when I can. The stop is in, and it's Benita Taylor at
$35.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, my next item and start is $14 for this wonderful Northwood. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. Dish. Ready for your little snack. I love this iridescence. This is on not clear glass. This is almost like their amethyst. Gorgeous pattern. If you're starting a small, well, if you're starting, it is a small collection of carnivore, and you're thinking about a piece, this is a nice starter piece. If you have a huge collection, you've probably seen these before. You probably have 2 or 3 of them. Just absolutely gorgeous. There's the mark. No chips, no issues with this whatsoever. This measures, it's small one. It's not going to take up a lot of room on your shelf. 7.5 inches wide and only 2 inches tall. And I will count this down. Let me show you the pattern again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll just put a hard stop in there and we'll bring it back later.
Oh, we're going to have to bring that back, David. Because that was really pretty. Let's see if we can interest anyone in 2 carnival glass pieces. I'm going to sell them both in one lot for one price. And it is an offer up. And so we're going to start at $22. That's going to be the opening bid for both of them. Now, you'd pay $22 for one of them, wouldn't you? But we're going to say $22 opening bid for both of them. Now, neither one is chipped, and this is not carnival glass from the 60s. It's marigold on a clear base, and most of the time, carnival glass is on a clear base. Oh, I don't know. The carnival glass people are here. And again, I didn't get my books out. So it may be imperial. It has a quilted pattern and lovely embossed flowers on the inside. And of course, you will notice that one of them is just a hint darker than the other one. Can you tell which one? That one is a little bit darker. These date back to the 1915 to 1925 era. And they would make up different batches to spray these. And of course, there was a formula that was kept secret as much as they could. But sometimes one would come out a little bit darker than the other one. And that's the case that we have here. Just a tiny little bit. But they are antique carnival glass pieces, again, from that era. And I don't know if yes, sir, beautiful pansy pattern. That's early imperial. I thought it was imperial and pansy. So thanks for placing that in there. Imperial glass, and that's from Urban Antiques. Eric, thank you. So we don't have any interest. Now, I'm not sure why Marge Albright has a bid of 14.
She came in 14 on mine, the lag, but right now, Bonita Taylor is your high bid at 22.
Gotcha. Thanks for clarifying that. So we'll count these down. And don't you worry, Marge. David will be bringing that other beautiful piece of carnival glass back. But we'll count these down. The high bid right now is $22 for both of them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. For both of them, 1. That's it. We'll wait for the stop to come in and we'll see who's going to be the owner of antique carnival glass without any chips. Imperial. Beautiful with pansies just in time for the autumn season, which is when carnival glass, especially in marigold, I think is so pretty. The bids are in. We're going to wait and see who's going to get them. And in the meantime, we're going to go and bring David back again. And we're going to still wait a second for that stop to get in there.
Purdy Pansies is your high bid at 28.
I thank you so much. I put a box in the mail for you just a day ago, Purdy. Purdy Pansy, P-U-R-D-Y. Thank you, Purdy Pansy.
Okay, my next start will be $26 choice. $26 choice. So you have the option of getting one or both, up to you. 2 candy jars. There's a Heisey with a green band and the gold. We know how the gold tends to wear as people grab their candy, and who can blame them? Because A, the candy's in here, and B, it's just fun to touch a gorgeous piece of glass and to use it.
Very nice. Very nice.
The Heisey, of course, is 9 inches with the lid and by 4.5 at its widest point. There's the wear, which is not much for a old piece of glass like this. Not much at all. And here is the rim of the goblet portion of the dish. Beautiful pattern. This is ready for some red and green candy. Almost that time. Of course, if you decorate in green all year round. So there's that one dish. And here's the larger of the two. This is 10 by 5 with hand painting. So you get clear glass. Just for comparison, 9 versus 10 inches. This one, hand painted flowers on the outside, and you can feel the paint. It just raises off of that glass. And I love the way they fired this on to where, and whoever had this really took care of this and hand washed this, not in super hot water. You don't need a lot of heat with your water. Hand wash these, take care of them, and they will last forever.
Very pretty. I love candy jars.
And like I said, we will not spend a lot of time because we are going to get through all of these items, and so that you can go back to your football.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll wait for that stop. And whoever has the high bid will have the choice of the 2 or both, if that's what they want. Karen has to stop. She did say there is a lag, so let's bear with that. And everyone's internet is different. There's the stop. I see the high bid of Mo 513. So Mo, let me know if you want the green Heisey or the larger, obviously 30s era candy jar. Mo, let us know which one. The flower. Okay, that means the Heisey is still available. And that would be Patsy M if you want the Heisey or not. Let me know and we'll go to Scott.
Okay. I have a funny story. Well, it's not a story. I bought these candlesticks. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get. I bought these candlesticks thinking, and I paid more than I normally would for them, but I was certain that I had the console bowl, the matching console bowl at home. When I got home, I realized I had sold that console bowl. I don't know where it went. It takes me forever to go back and dig to try to find out. But I bought these certain that I had the console bowl. Somewhere out there, somebody bought the console bowl, but I paid too much for these, but I'm going to still offer them at $25. I think these are either Indiana Glass Lancaster or there's another company, Indiana Lancaster. Oh, there's another one I can't think of. But anyway, they're from the 20s. These start at $30. I'm sorry, these start at $25. And they have a matching console bowl with black enamel paint. I don't know if there was any gold on it or not, but these go with it. This is ribbed glass, and here's the black paint and the blue paint, and these are in great condition, and they're from about 1930, and they stand, 9.5 inches tall. They stand 9.5 inches tall. What's that other company? Anyway, I'll be here all night trying to remember that. So here are the two beautiful candlesticks from about 1930.
I am drooling.
I'm sorry?
I am drooling. Those are gorgeous.
It's pretty. So it's clear glass and then they're painted. But the bowl has ribs on it. Is ribbed kind of like these. It's me. Who said this in capitals?
Philomena bought the console bowl. Philomena.
Philomena is the one who bought the console.
Yes.
Yes. So it's either already in Australia or on its way. Oh, Philomena. Then these are going to go with that set. I don't know. I don't remember what you paid for the bowl. But if you bid on these and win, you're going to get the whole console set. I mean, you know. Oh, okay. I have to look. See, I can't see the chat looking straight on. I have to look down, and now I can see it. Well, let's count these down. 10. I don't even know where we are. 10. I hope Philomena gets them anyway at 25. I mean, that's you should. I wish I had got them cheaper than that, but I wasn't going to let them go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the two matching. Tell me these are going to go to Australia and B. Shall I have a peaches and herb moment? Would you like to have a peaches and herb moment with me, Philomena and David?
Let's do it.
Let's do it because it feels so good. Reunited. Did she get them?
Your tune is so off.
I know because
she got them.
Okay, she got them.
Yay! Round of applause.
Reverse. That's where they should go to Philomena. So, and she got them at 25, probably the opening bid. That was nice because everybody else, if they were interested, they held back and let Philomena get them. So that was nice. All right, good folk. Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful. My next start is $35 for a black glass. And normally I'm bringing an L.E. Smith vase or every now and then Imperial or Pilgrim. Ooh, Pilgrim black glass. Be still my beating heart when I find that. So hard to let that go. But this time I have a black glass inkwell from the late 1920s. This is Sangbush. It has its badge on the back. And the wonderful thing about this is it has the rubber reservoir to hold the ink. Usually that's cracked or missing. I don't know if that's a replacement, but it's in very good shape. So you fill the ink, you put the rubber stop on there, that feeds the well basin, and you use your dip pin for grabbing the ink. Now, let me say this. If you don't have a pen, this comes with, this is going to include a Schaefer white dot. And let me show you the dot. And what does the white dot mean? The white dot was the higher quality Schaefer. You have a 24 karat nib at the end. Now, let me go geek on fountain pens because I love them so much. If you see the cage or the ribbing here on this pen, that's an indicator that your ink tube is out of ink. So this is an inkable pen. So you need not, I mean, it's fun. I like doing it, but you need not put actual ink in here. You can dip it. I would. It's more fun to dip it. But if you wanted to, this Schaefer will unscrew. That stabs your ink bladder. You just insert another plastic ink bladder in here. Go to your local pen store and that has fountain pens, and they will help you out there to match it with the Schaefer. There are Schaefer bladders out there. You can just buy a case of 4 or 5 of them, black, red, or blue ink. But you're getting both. You're getting late 1920s inkwell and black glass, and easily collectible Schaefer, white dot Schaefer with the 24 karat gold nib. Now, I know gold peaked today. Don't go selling your nib at the pawn store. But this is a very, very nice set. Nice heavy black glass too. Very handsome. And it has the badging. And before I decide to just keep this, I'm going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We do have a bid. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't looking at the chat, so we'll wait for that to stop. I see the high bid is 38, now 40. Karen Marshall. Scott, if you would like, you can go ahead and go to your next item, and I'll just watch the chat, and we'll keep it rolling.
Okay.
There's the stop. Thank you, Karen Marshall.
And before I forget, I want to thank Karen Williams, who's moderating tonight and doing all this work, which she does for free. And she loves to do it and enjoys it. And we thank her so much. Starting at $30 is a chip-free, crack-free, stretch glass, Vaseline glass, candy dish compote on a stem, and it measures about 8 by 6. This will date to about 1915 to 1930. And because it's got uranium in it, I did remember the black light. A lot of people want to know if it does that or not, and it does. The companies that made Carnival glass are mostly responsible for the stretch glass because they already knew how to iridize their glass. And of course, as you know, the stretch was fired twice. Now, this is blown in a mold, and it's got ribs on it. And then you can see that it's iridized. And now look at it here. You'll see the oil slick. Yeah. And you can see the stretch marks, which are very pronounced here, a little bit more than just onion skin. But you'll sometimes hear collectors refer to it as onion skin. This yellow color with uranium in it is referred to as Vaseline glass. It reminds people of taking off the lid of an old Vaseline jar. It has that kind of iridescent, yellowy, Vaseline-y kind of a look. And that's where the collectors come into play. So if you want to know who made it, you can research and find all the companies that made carnival glass. Now, stretch glass was mostly made in the United States, but they made a lot of it in Australia. Philomena, there's a lot of Australian stretch glass. You know, a lot of it most of it probably comes from the US, but there are Australian makers as well. Karen Taylor has the high bid of 40. Are there any questions? I'm going to look at the chat and just wait about 10 seconds and see if there's any questions about it. Chip free, crack free. It measures about 8 by 6. And the Vaseline stretch, I don't come across every other day, I have to tell you. No condition problems on it, and just beautiful. And you can add a piece of this to your glow cabinet if you display your glass that way. I don't display any glass under a black light, but it's a popular thing, and it's brought a lot of young collectors into the antique world, which is a good thing. All right. My idiot Alexa says stretch glass is not considered depression glass. Is he correct? Yes, I would not consider this to be depression glass, although some of it was made during the Depression, but you really wouldn't find that in a depression glass book. That's a category unto itself, really. Let's count it down. Good question. Thank you for asking. 10. The stretch, I'm sorry, this was meant to look like Tiffany or Steuben. Yeah, Favril, Irene. And so the common man and woman, me, you, well, I just called you common. I'm common. we could afford this. We can't afford no Tiffany. Well, you know, maybe if I saved up for a year, I could get a piece of Steuben. But anyway. 10, no.
Beans and rice. Stretch
glass was made into the 1930s, but it really goes out of fashion in the 30s. So you're going to get it from about 1915 or so into the early 30s, which is the Depression, but collectors would not call that depression glass. Good questions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Your carnival glass becomes popular first around 1904. Stretch glass comes along in the teens and remains popular until, you know, the early 30s, and then it's gone. But there were some revivals of it. Fenton pumped out some good stretch glass even in the 1980s, I think. Millersburg, Tiffin, Fenton, these are all big makers of it. The stop is in, and it looks like Terry picks it up at 99. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. You've got a lovely piece of stretch coming to you. I think it's Terry. And I appreciate that. It's going to look beautiful among your other beautiful things I know. And thank you so much. I appreciate it, Terry, and everyone else. And thank you for your questions. I appreciate them as well. I'm sorry if I talk too much.
No, never.
Well, I wouldn't say never. Thank you, Terry.
And congratulations, Terry. I'm going to do a quick refresh while I'm at it. And my next start, hold your breath, is $125.
While I'm holding my breath, thank you all 350 people. Give us a thumbs up if you can, all 350.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for joining us. Waiting for the start, $125. Now, I'm going to show you this black base, but the black base, sadly, only measures, it's not quite 3.5 inches. on this black base, and that's not what's 125. But I have a nice, y'all. I've previewed this cameo
Yeah,
base.
I know what you're.
This is double layered glass. So they blew the white glass first. Then they covered the white glass with this high gloss black glass.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sandblast this. They hand sandblast these into the pattern. They're basically drawing in reverse. They're removing the top layer of the black glass to reveal their pattern. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous vase. And I brought this vase just to show how great that would look with a black base if you had one.
David, do you think that dates to the 30s?
I think it dates either 30s or when they began using the sandblasting technique into the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And but even remember Pilgrim and the French are the first ones the French were the first to do 5 layers of glass, 5 different colored layers, and they broke the record for doing 5, 6, 7 layer. And then I forgot the artist's name who came from Pilgrim Glass, and then she went independent. I wish I could remember her name. Her art, and I call it art. Her art comes in every now and then. Will come on eBay, but if you go to glass shows and look at the cameo glass, that's 3, 4, 5 layers.
Yeah.
All of this is, and when can you imagine the glass that gets thrown away when they make a mistake? It's like you got to start all over.
But that piece is very stylized, and it really feels like the 30s. I can see that piece being made prior to the Second World War, but it just looks like such a high quality piece of a 1930s era. I don't know who made it. It's not signed, is it?
It's not signed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, you can look up designs, Google image, whatever. Steuben had pieces similar to this. I'm not saying it is. It's not signed. I can't find a mark.
Yeah.
But the fact that it took the firing process of 1, getting this heavy glass, 2, adding the second layer, and then 3, painstakingly and lovingly chipping away at the black glass to reveal a 2-sided bird pattern. I mean, it's just I couldn't fathom doing this for a living. I mean, the joy and love that goes into something like this. I wish I could feel it.
It's an expensive piece of glass when it was new. You have a bid of 125 by Paula Westcott.
And you know, I wish this base actually fit. I would throw it in.
The measurements, David?
Let me give you the measurements. The base is going to measure exactly 4 inches, and then the width and the height of this vase is 9 inches by 8 inches, and it's a chunk of glass. I mean, it is not light, so you're getting it's very, very hardy. I cannot wait to see a picture of this once you display this. This is gorgeous. And I stopped in my tracks. I didn't even hesitate. I'm like, I'm never going to see this again. I showed Scott immediately.
I saw it in person. It is it's high quality, wonderful glass. I saw it.
You don't.
But
I'll probably never see this again, except in a glass show. And you know, the pattern you'll never see again because this is handcrafted. So the leaves aren't exactly going to match on another piece when you run into one. I mean, I watched a documentary on the cameo glass, and that early on, that's what amazed me about the artistry of pottery and glass like this, and the pieces that they would just shatter up. I've got to start again, and they would start all over,
Oh,
firing the original vase, doing the glaze, and just starting all over. It's just amazing. I
yeah.
would cry when they're like shatter something, and I'm watching a documentary.
The bid now is 140.
Okay, I'm going to count it down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is going to be one of a kind. Thank you everyone who bid and took the time to listen to me. It's something you just don't see every day. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And it was also an item that you were able to buy in Pittsburgh. And I would not be surprised at all if that didn't come out of one of the Pittsburgh glass houses, such as Consolidated or someone like that. So the stop is in, and I think it's Paula Westcott at 140.
145. Thank you, Paula. Thank you everyone who bid. I appreciate it.
Well, we still have 350 folks here tonight and 138 thumbs up. I'm hoping we can get a few more thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope you'll think about or consider doing it. Doesn't cost you any money. I can't get your personal information that way. I don't even look. But it also helps then when we have to have subscriber mode on to keep those nasty things out of here that come in and say nasty things. Bots are what they're called, I guess. Not humans. I have 2 candlesticks that start at $45. These are going to date to circa 1930. There's one chip at there's one chip on the top, and I have a pair, but I'll show you. They're 10 inches tall. I have to talk about them for a minute, but there's a small chip on one of these little petals at the very, very, very top, right there. And I know you can't see it, but it is there. They stand 10 inches tall. This is very difficult to pick these guys up without getting fingerprints all over them. They're fire polished. They're very nice quality glass, very similar to the quality of glass made by the Heisey Glass Company, which I will always say among non-leaded glass, theirs probably has the most clarity. Not everything is marked though. And the other thing to remember is that this is sort of a colonial style, which was enormously popular in the 20s and 30s. So colonial revival was supposed to be the epitome of good taste. Good Housekeeping loved colonial revival interiors. And the candlestick itself, if we part the prisms, is in a colonial shape. You'll see that in the catalogs of all the glass companies in the 30s. Now, what you can do with these is you can unscrew the top. It's threaded. I'm going to unscrew it. You see the threads? I took that off. We can then, there's a chrome piece in here, which we can unscrew. I'm just doing all of this to show you. So we're going to pull that piece out. Now we can remove the bobèche. And we just have the candlestick. The chrome can be placed back on. The non-bling bling top can be placed back on. And that's the piece that has the little chip on the petal right there. But let's put it all back together again. The first thing we do.
Are the prisms glass?
Yes. They are. The first thing we do is put the bobèche back on, and then I have to tighten this chrome piece. Yep, All right. And then the candle holder goes on. Let me screw that in. So there they are. Will you find a few tips broken off of the prisms? Yes. Nothing horrible, but that's pretty typical for glass prisms. There were two or three of the prisms that were chipped, and I didn't care for the chips on them, and I replaced them out of my own stock of prisms so that we have enough.
Scott keeps glass prisms in his junk drawer.
I do. I have a whole, they're down in the basement. So they look really well. 10 inches tall, American made, dating to around 1930. That means 1920 to 1935-ish. And aren't they lovely? If there are no questions, I'll count them down. Karen Taylor has, I think, the high bid of 47. And my goodness, Margaret, we haven't seen you in so long. It is a delight to see Margaret. I don't see any questions, and so we'll count them down.
I still want to thank her for lunch in Memphis.
I know. I'm still licking my lips. And yes, the prisms are made of glass. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Can you read my lips, Karen? Because I don't want to put them down. I'll enunciate. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I wish I was recording this.
I'm sure someone.
Oh, wait. I can watch the broadcast.
Yes, and you can send all kinds of wonderful little memes of me going, whoa, 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 whoa. That's what we all do when we have insomnia. Anytime any one of us in the gang has insomnia and we hear the little ping of the cell phone, like when it's too late, one of us is making funny little pictures and sending it to the whole gang. And we sit there and we just chortle away. Come on, Dad, are you going to get your fat in the car? We going to be in this thrift store all night. I had to do it, David. I had to do it. I still laugh at that. We just laugh at each other. Oh, my goodness. It's better than crying. The stop is in, and what a deal. Margaret, you got him, I think, at 60. Well, let's refresh and see where Patsy came in. I think Margaret might have picked them up at 60. Oh, no, is it Patsy M? Wait.
No, I see Margaret Howe first at 60 before the stop.
Yeah, so Margaret's at 60. Okay, Margaret, thank you. I appreciate it. And David, I'm going to bring you back. And Margaret Howe gets them at 60. I'm going to run to the little boy's room.
Okay.
And I will not fiddle with the skeleton key and lock myself in.
Okay, this is the second of my really high dollar items for those that have been clamoring because Tammy just cannot get enough of these. $110 is the start for a Victorian pickle caster. Wow, they had vessels for almost everything. You would keep your pickled goodies. They would serve these pickled goodies in a jar. So you'd have these old Victorian glass vessels that are gorgeous just by themselves. I mean, can you imagine using this for a spooner or a sugar? But of course, of the recess, nice old patterned glass. And I'll show the details of this. Let me get in there so you can see the detail. Made in England. I believe this was made in England. There's a mark somewhere. Oh, I hope he's okay.
Who?
You.
Of course I am. Why?
I just heard the loud bang.
Oh, it was the.
Very ornate handle.
Sorry. Ooh.
So I'll insert the glass back in there. And while I hold let me set that down so you can see the lid. Fancy schmancy, yeah. Victorian tableware, absolutely gorgeous. No, need I say more? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okie dokie.
And we'll let Scott go with his story. For those, just a reminder, I see new names for us, even though y'all may be in two chaps. Send your information. I didn't put my name under there. I put the email address to give us your information under my mug, vintageuprisingtexas@gmail.com. In case you are the successful winning bid, just send us your information and we'll take care of you. Thank you.
Okay. Starting. Oh, my word. Starting at $25 is a Fenton jade or jadeite jade glass little candy dish. And this is made between 1920 to 1930. There's no uranium in these. These don't glow, or this doesn't glow. But it's pretty Fenton glass, and it measures, and it has no chips or cracks on it. From ruffle to ruffle, 6.5 by 5 inches tall. And there's the bottom of it. And this is blown in a mold. And this is what would be called almost a little bit darker than a clam broth. And clam broth is what collectors call colors that are not so saturated, but sort of watered down, almost like milk, like skim milk. Think of clam broth. Now, clam broth doesn't have to be white. Well, the kind you eat. I wouldn't eat clam broth if it was green, but collectors will call this color, this watered down milky color, clam broth, because it's sort of semi-opaque. You can kind of, the light will pass, can't see through it, not really, but light will pass through it. So you'll see collectors refer to, I've seen blue, pink, green, white, almost any color can be a sort almost a clam. Really, I'm going to take that back. This is a little too dark for a clam broth. Clam broth should be a little more milky, whiter than this. But anyway, just for kicks and jollies. 1920 to 1930, jade Fenton candy dish. It is lovely. It is chip-free, crack-free. And it's right there at about 100 years old. Close to it. Very well could be, because it comes from that era. A Florida Golden Girl has the high bid of 50. I was just watching you in a cemetery. I just had you on last night. I think I was flipping through channels. Where were you? Anyway, it was very interesting. We'll count this down. Yeah, I agree with you. I backed off on that. Clam broth is a little bit lighter in color. Really, when you get out here near the edge, we're starting to get more of a clam brothy look than down here. So we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. on the Fenton Jade. The Fenton Jade, the Fenton Jade. Let me find out where, okay, it's right here. And we're going to bring David in while we're waiting. There he is.
Here I am.
And the stop is in, and it's on its way to a Florida Golden at 70.
And currently we have 348 watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Florida Golden.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Go ahead, Scott.
No. I was thanking Florida Golden Girl, and thank you, David. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for your bids, and congratulations for those with the winning bids. Lovely, lovely, lovely items tonight. Let me hang out with one deco vase, 7x8. Its start is $24. It looks eerily similar to one that Scott used to have, and he gifted me. But this one's smaller, and it's a little bit separate design, and it is a true black amethyst. So with sunlight or bright light, a bright bulb, you can see that it has a deep, deep purple or amethyst. That's not an eye, that's a ring light. I'm sorry. Maybe I should turn this off. See if that'll work. The lighting might be a little bit. There we go. This measures 7x8. Nice gold banding on the bottom and the top, although from handling this, we have a little wear of the gold band on top, much less so on the bottom, I guess from watering and moving this around. But no chip crack on the rim. And just very, very gorgeous 1930s, early 40s black amethyst. Simple design, stately design, I think. That would look gorgeous. I still have the one that Scott gifted me that was damaged in the fire, but the hole that it's facing the wall, but it's still pretty. I still love it. Okay, I'm going to count this down. I see Margaret Howell's in for the opening bid. Thank you, Margaret. And I'll count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This also would look nice if you have a black base, even though this base is just, oh, this one would fit nicely, but it just adds a little touch if you ever find one of these black bases. But nice in itself, and we'll wait for the stop. Thank you for your bid, Margaret. There it is. That's going to Margaret Howell. And we'll go to Scott.
Well, next from the 1940s, I have a beautiful console set that starts at $35. And this is made by the Falstoria Glass Company. Or it was. And so you'll get the bowl. And of course, the two candlesticks that match it. I'll set the bowl down for a second. Everything is in beautiful condition without any condition issues at all. So there's no damage on it. And it is yellow, beautiful yellow glass. Falstoria had a lovely yellow color. And this may be showing up a little amber-ish under the ring lights, but it's yellow. The pattern is called Baroque. The blank is called Baroque. And you'll often find this covered with the chintz etching or other etchings. Chintz was a very popular one by Falstoria. And it's hard to find, not rare, but for every 50 pieces of Baroque. You'll find 49 of them in crystal. At least in this part of the country. I don't know about where you live. Not easy for me to find it in yellow. So just beautiful. The cloudiness up there is just some wax that I didn't quite get out of there. Those are the two matching Baroque candlesticks with no etch. And this is the console bowl that measures about 11 by 4. And again, this matches the candlesticks. Yep. The etching in crystal is the most common. I don't think Fostoria etched. I've never found any pieces in yellow Baroque that are etched. They're probably out there, but it seems as though they liked etching the crystal and leaving the yellow just the nice Baroque pattern. Baroque, from the Baroque period. You knew that. There's the bowl.
If it's not Baroque,
don't fix it. You're going to have to imagine, because I'm not an octopus, one candlestick on this side and one candlestick on this side. Shouldn't I be saving these for springtime? Probably, but they're coming to you anyway for, I think yellow glass is beautiful in the autumn. It mixes very well with amber. And we have, let's not forget those bright yellow leaves that we get. We sometimes forget yellow is an autumn color as well. 10, well, we'll count the set down. I don't know where we are. I think we're at $45. 10, all three pieces. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the Fostoria Baroque, beautiful yellow, or topaz. Topaz was often called console set. And while we're waiting, we'll bring David back in. And we'll just wait who we're going to be selling this set to. There it is. And
here is the stuff.
It's going to head over the ocean. Okay, 65.
This next will be brought to you by...
I'm sorry, David. Thank you, Philomena.
Where's your coffee head guy?
He's in bed.
Hey, I love that you brought back coffee head guy. I missed him so.
You did?
Yes.
Well,
and it was the perfect weather. You had a chilly porch.
Yep.
You had your hot coffee.
Yeah.
And who comes? You dusted off the old coffee guy, and I was there for it. I was, yes.
Did you sing?
A cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I did. I started breakdancing.
Ah. How funny.
Okay. My next start will be $35. You're going to get a set of 4. Cup and saucer. Yes, they do glow. Anchor Hawkins roulette pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely pattern. Nice, simple. It has all the glow. It will glow if you're into that. And it looks like it glows even without a black light.
Yeah, sure does.
You're going to get 4 of these. Let me make Tam Tam very nervous. I'm going to stack these and pick them up. I'm going to do a no-no. I can hear her rushing over here in her Mrs. Roper robe. Like, you better not. Actually, I'm getting nervous right now, but if Scott can do it, I can do it. Ooh, look at that. You're going to get a set of 4, and why not?
Why not?
Let me give you a measurement, even though if you're familiar with this era of depression glass, you pretty much the same dimensions for a lot of these. These cups stand just under 2.5 inches, and at the widest point with the handle just over 4. And then the saucers are 5.25 wide. Just lovely, lovely depression. Very gorgeous pattern. Davis.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll stop. And I'll count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I don't even know if we have a bid. 3,
You do.
2, and 1. We'll wait for that stop. I will not stack them. I will not stack them again. No chips, no flea bites. Ooh, I just put them. Scott, look at this.
It's beautiful. Watermelon.
Watermelon. I just put it next to Manhattan, and the corner of this little table just popped. I'm like, oh, mom. I might have to go find me some pink depression.
Well, I got some for you.
Because I bought a set of 5, so I kept one of these.
Your stop is in, and I think your winner is Randy
Tompkins.
36.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. And again, thanks everyone who's hanging in and joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Sorry the stoppers are gone, but we'll take them anyway. Starting only at $18 for the two are these two pink opaline glass.
Maybe it's Opaline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Perfume bottles from a toilet water set. And oh golly, there'd be a tray, and there'd be probably a little hair receiver and other little accoutrement for the ladies' vanity. Can't you just see it? These are made of glass, and my shadow is hitting it so that you're not. Look at that decoration on there. They're 7 inches tall. They would have had beautiful stoppers, which are long gone. You can see they were blown in a mold. There's the ponto, and there's a number on the bottom. There's a delicate little hand-painted flower on the back of each one. There's one right there. And then we'll turn the fronts around. How pretty is that? Almost like a family crest on the front, isn't it? Very, very much of the 1920s. And the two satin pink French opaline perfume bottles that, thank goodness, are dry now that I washed them, are chip-free and crack-free, and they're just lovely. The high bid right now is $30 for the pair.
I love that name, the Cardigan King.
The Cardigan King. Is that you?
No. One of the bidders is the Cardigan King.
Oh, it's a name. I love that.
It's almost cardigan weather for me. I just have to get it down 30 more degrees than it is now. I have this garage set at 61 right now, just so I can feel cool and have a jacket on.
Your utility bill must be insane.
It's not as bad as it used to be. I mean, the garage is insulated, so it does stay cool in here. Tammy gets cold in here.
Well, we'll count these down. I don't think there are any questions. That high bid is 40, Judy Coggins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'll put 1 down. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And I would love to know what the winner is going to do with them. Are you going to use them as bud vases? Are you going to try to find some neat little stoppers for them? You're going to use them on your vanity? Gonna enlarge.
They're going to use it for essential oils.
Essential oils. Only oils that are essential. The two pink glass French opaline.
I feel like I'm at a news desk.
Minus their stoppers are going to go to Karen Williams has put the stop in. Let's refresh and see if Terry came in after the stop. It might be, I guess I'll go ahead and hit refresh myself. And I think if Karen will back me, it appears as though Purdy Pansy has them at 55.
Purdy Pansies, that's what I see.
So I thank you so much. Sorry, Terry, you came in just after the stop on those. Thank you.
I may have to do this t-shirt jacket thing a little more often. It's very comfy. Okay. My next start is 35. And this is for, I guess, your garden or porch. This has some outside patina to it. And it's a armillary sundial.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mainly brass. You can see where it's starting to get the little green patina from being outside. Sundial, of course, the gnomon as it's called, is typically an arrow, and which this one is. The gnomon. Don't fear the gnomon. The arrow is 14 inches long. So at the highest point with the sundial, it's 14 inches long, 10 inches tall. And of course, the arrow always points north. It's a very nice little garden yard piece. Someone loved and then they ended up in a thrift store. But it's very cool. I love it. Now I'm wondering, like, why am I selling this? I have a yard.
Yeah.
Let's see what the width is really quick. So it stands 10 inches tall. We know that. The arrow is 14 inches, and then at the widest part is 9.5 inches for the, I guess, for lack of a better term, this underbow with the underbow with the Roman numerals on there. And I will count this down. I don't know if there's a bid. 10, 9, 8, 7. Get ready with a hard stop if we don't have a bid.
You do have a bid.
Okay, 5, 4. Thank you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'll slow the counting down just in case there's a competing bid. And we'll wait for the stop.
Very nice.
Waiting for the stop. Waiting for the stop. Oh, Florida Golden Girl, thank you so much. And we'll, if so, Jack doesn't knock it over. Ooh, no. Poor Jack.
Trying to knock it over.
No, let's not let him do that. Thank you, ma'am. That's going to you. I appreciate it. Thank Florida Golden Girl. Thank you so much.
Next up, manufactured by the Duncan and Miller Glass Company in the 30s. We're going to start at $22 on this very lovely matching candlestick set with Farber Brothers chrome bottoms. And I forget what the name of that pattern is by Duncan and Miller. It's slightly abstract, a little. I like them though. They stand 8.5 inches tall. They're chip free and crack free, almost not 8.5 inches tall. Chip free and crack free. It might be First Love. It's don't even, because I don't know.
You're all I'm dreaming of.
We can unscrew these. There's the threaded bottom, and these are marked Farberware. They would have made the chrome in Brooklyn and then gotten the glass tops from Duncan and Miller. So 2 light candlesticks. These are from the 30s into the 40s. They're in absolutely beautiful condition with no issues at all. And there they are. I think I love how the 2 outer candlesticks, the way I've got them displayed here, are going to be a little bit taller. We'll then turn them this way, and you can see now that the candlesticks in the center would be the tallest. These 2 right here, because there's about an inch difference between the candle height of this one and this one. Beautiful glass candlesticks made by Duncan and Miller. The high bid right now is $22, and these are going to date back into that 1930s and 40s era. We're in candlelight season, are we not?
Yes, we are.
Getting ready to turn those clocks. A lot of you don't like it. I actually am one of the weirdos that loves it when it gets dark at 5 o'clock. I just like it. So
I think we don't have to do that in Texas anymore. I have to look that up.
That's right. You don't have to do that in Texas anymore. I'm going to count these down. The high bid right now, you're going to get both of them. And these are yours at $22. Rhonda, well, not yet, but you've got the high bid. Counting them down. 10, 9, 8. I'm going to put 1 down, but you're getting both. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the Duncan and Miller candlesticks. You love it too, Judy, when we turn the clocks? I don't know. I just like it. All right. The 2 Duncan and Miller sticks are going to go to, let's see here. Sandra Garcia has the high bid of 25, and Rhonda has the high bid of 36. Fall is my absolute favorite time of the year. I love autumn season as well. I really do. Now, I'm waiting. There's the stop. Rhonda,
There it is.
Rhonda, can you let me know which Rhonda you are? I've got a couple of Rhondas that just go by Rhonda. So
Just
I don't.
Help me, Rhonda.
Yeah, please. So Rhonda, I don't know which Rhonda you are. You don't have to tell me in the chat. You can just email me. But I do need to know which you're that Rhonda. Okay. I just put a box in the mail to you, Rhonda. So I'm glad your spouse is doing well and able to pick up those boxes. Thank you, Rhonda. We've got you. And you're back to David. Thank you so much.
Back to me. Okay, we have a start of $14. And you'll get these spoons if you want them. It's a Bryce Higby and Company spooner. I still feel like I'm going to use this. What's my measurement on this little beauty? This was introduced in 1888. It's 4.5 inches tall. The spoons are stainless, but they're yours if you want them. I would use silver personally, but you're getting 2 spoons just for the aesthetic if you'd like it. This is Bryce Higby and Company's New Grand pattern. New Grand. They did have a pattern introduced earlier in the mid 1880s called Grand, and Grand had a little ruffle top. But the New Grand, they got rid of the ruffle and simplified the top to a nice smooth top. Just a gorgeous little spooner or spill if you're going to use spills to light your fire. Again, this is starting at 14. And like I say with the EAPG, it's glass history. It's always wonderful to run into an old piece like this and save it from a dusty little shelf to share with someone who would appreciate that and find it a home. Lovely little diamond pattern. Again, this is Bryce Higby and Company, 1988. New grand pattern.
1888, David. I'm sure that's what
I'm sorry, 1888. Yeah. Did I say 19?
you did.
That's so late. I'm not even gonna say it.
Didn't want anybody to be confused.
Sorry, 1888. Yes, old Bryce Higby and Company, and from 1988. Okay, I'm going to count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So a hard stop if there's not a bid.
Let's see. No, that there's not, because Christie's bid, she said ignore it. That was from something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Laura's telling me, David, we have to wait until the federal government gives Texas the okay, so no time. Yeah, for the time change, right?
Wow.
So they did pass something, but it was nothing.
Yeah.
Typical Texas Congress. Anyway.
Well, I've got a wonderful mechanical thing here that starts at $20, and I told you I was going to clean it. I didn't touch it. I'm going to let you, the consumer, decide what you want to do to it. I did not polish it, clean it. I didn't do a thing to it. That is exactly the way it came into my possession, and I'm going to leave it that way and let you decide if you like that old crusty look or if you want to clean it up. You know what that is? Let's turn the wheel at the ship, and up comes what? Nothing. Well, cigarettes are supposed to come up out of there. Can't you just see this on FDR's desk in 1943? I can. It's probably from the 40s or the 50s. It's heavy and it's unmarked. I'm going to guess that it's American made. And we have the ship's wheel sort of on a lighthouse, and it's a cigarette dispenser. Back in those days when everybody. So I think the thing I like the best about it is when you turn the wheel, not only will the cigarettes rise and come out of there, but you just keep turning the wheel and it goes back down again. Now that thing in the middle is just the post to hold.
They're asking for the height
of the size.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'll give you that, but I don't know anything about cigarettes or how tall they would have to be to fit inside of it. So I'm just measuring the thing itself. That's 5 inches tall, but that's not necessarily the size of the cigarettes that you'd put in it. I can't really help you with that. So from here to here is 5 inches.
Well, Scott, we'll wait. If you want to walk down to the corner and get you a pack of old golds and place in there.
I'll pass. So I really don't know what size cigarette you'd put in there. So you're on your own with that one. I can't help you. But I just love it. And we'll count it down. I think someone has jumped in there. No, we don't have any bids. Okay. Well, anyway, that's how tall it is.
No, you have a bid. Robert is in.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. We'll count this down. 10.
Absolutely, you can put candy cigarettes in there.
Why not? 10, 9. Somebody is going to say, put it in your bathroom and use it as a Q-tip dispenser. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
You could shove a votive in there.
Can you? Perhaps you'd like to buy it, David, and then you can do an instructional video on just that. I'd stay up to watch that. You silly man. Man with wig. I don't know.
Man with curly wig. There's your stop. There's your stop. And your high bid is 35 from Jenny Mac.
35 Jenny Mac on the cigarettes. Okay. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny, at 35. And I'm trying to get David back in here without removing him. Thank you, Jenny.
Hessian soldiers. Hessian soldiers.
Oh, the Hessians.
So I almost said Scott Baio. I recently found out, it may be common knowledge, I don't know. I recently found out that Rob Lowe is a descendant of a Hessian soldier who ended up moving to Ohio following the War of Independence but this person, the soldier that he descended from, ended up contributing greatly to American society in Ohio. And because they could trace it back, he is now a son of the Revolutionary War. Rob Lowe is, because he can trace his heritage back to there. So yeah, neat. This is starting at 26, and I have two of these. One's larger than the other. Heavy metal. So this one I would say is maybe a bookend. The smaller one starting at $26. This is made from the Colonial Williamsburg Hessian, I guess, soldier design. It's 8.5 inches tall. These were crafted by the Virginia Metal Crafters back in the 60s. So mid-century mid-century era nod to these storied soldiers who were originally mercenaries during the Revolutionary War for the British, but many of them, after seeing the U.S. and the farms, decided to move their families into this new country and to make a living and settle in. So Tammy didn't know I knew that. There is the mark for the Virginia Metal Crafters. There is their hallmark. And they also have their hallmark is stamped in the back of this as well. Nice heavy metal, make a nice bookend. I don't know if we have any bids. I will count it down. If we do not have one, we can do a hard stop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then the next, I didn't see a bid for that. So let me just show the larger one, which I think is probably a doorstop. And this one measures, if I can get the ruler right, 11.5 inches. The first one was 8.5. This is 11.5. So I'm thinking it's a doorstop. Same design, same story, same manufacturer. Virginia Metal Crafters. And the larger one is $34. The smaller one is 26, and if you're interested, let me know. Is he shipping?
Is he?
Oh, these are both are heavy enough to be a door stopper. I can guarantee you that. This is stopping all doors.
Oh,
Maybe not a bank vault, but pretty heavy. And I guess Tam Tam is tired of Jack because she just released Jack into the studio. So the smaller one's at 26, the larger one is at 34. Let me know or email me if you're interested in those, and we will go to Scott.
okay. And all right, give me just a moment here, and I'll bring myself back in. All right, starting at 30. Oh, this is heavy. Is a liquor set, and it's all there except one thing, and I know what's missing because these were always kept under lock and key. And what's missing is, you see, in order to pump them, you have to open it up like that. Yeah. Now, what's missing is right here on this side, where you see the two holes, there'd be a little lock. Like a little padlock would go right through there. We certainly don't want the domestics getting into the liquor, do we? No. So when the cleaning lady comes around, you lock your liquor. I'm just being ridiculous. So that little lock is gone, but it enables you to swing this down.
Oh, Hazel got the rye again.
Old Hazel. And we can switch the tabs. Right now we have Scotch and rye. But if we unscrew one of these and pull it out of there, there's the chrome rod. This is a pump. You can then take the tag off and flip it from Scotch to vodka. So we
have a question.
What is the question?
What era?
The 40s and the 50s. So we won't screw that back on all the way. And this one flips as well to tell us that we can have bourbon or rye or vodka or Scotch. And it's unmarked. It's very heavy. I'm going to set it down and pull out one of the beautiful glass liquor bottles that you can see. They're large. The liquor bottles stand, well, the whole thing stands 11 inches tall. And then that's the little pump action that you get there for your squirty action. The glass is in good condition. I did not clean this chrome. You can, and there's lots of ways to clean it so that the little oxidation will come off of it, but it is in beautiful condition just as it is. You certainly don't have to do anything to it, but little steel wool will clean, 4/0 steel wool would clean that chrome up beautifully. And there you have it. So we don't have any, Philomena has a bit of 30.
Right.
And I'll turn it all the way around. There's that side. You can see how deco it looks. There's the back of it. We're going to say 30s, 40s, 50s in that era. I kind of think it just might be right around. No, there are no marks on it, so I'm not sure of the maker. But if you want to lock it up, you could certainly get yourself a little padlock type of a thing, stick through there, and you could lock that up. We'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. It's heavy. And I have no need for it. Oh, that is a heavy thing. The glass is so thick in it. All right. While we're waiting, we're going to bring David back in.
Meanwhile, back in the bungalow.
Is he in? Yeah, he's in. Okay. I think he's in. And the stop isn't in there yet. There it is.
For the stop. Wait for the stop.
Let me hit refresh and see who we have.
Let's do a refresh.
Is it Bev at 50? No, it's not. It's I gotta get my eyeballs backed up. Yeah. 55, Bev. SPRAGUE.
Correct.
Thank you, Bev. I think I've got your information in there. So, Bev, thank you. Bev, you got somewhere to put your beverage.
Onward, Hessian soldiers.
It's your turn, David.
Great. The next item here. Say hello to Jack. Say goodbye to Jack. The next item starts at 40. This is my last of my listed items. I will bring others that did not have bids back for those that came in late. And this is a 3.5 by 2 foot needlepoint rug / tapestry. And I'm going to need to get up out of my seat so I can kick and stretch. I'm just kidding.
Do it.
So this is a 3.5 by 2 foot needlepoint rug tapestry. Let me move the Hessian soldier. Step by step, heart to heart. And we all fall down for the Hessian soldier. Was that an 80s song?
It was.
Martika was the name of the artist. Martika. How much detail can you look? This is there's a driver on an elephant. And I'll have to show you a corner of this so you can see. There's a driver on the elephant. And that's in all 4 corners. And then you have the same pattern on the middle of the rug. It's very thick. Again, the start is 40. And I guess these are not finished. I'm not sure. I'm not into needlepoint that much. I think this was a kit. And I think the banding, for lack of a better term, this was pre-stitched as you added this on, and then there were some markings here. But as far as the kit goes, you would cross stitch and finish this yourself. Anyway, I will count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let me fold this so Tam Tam doesn't kill me. There's lovely colors in here. Just to give you an idea of the colors, from light pastels to darker fall colors, even some nice spring colors. It's pretty. 3, 2, 1, stop. I don't know if there's a bed. I'm standing while I was holding that. And let's see. Oh, okay, there are beds. And there's a stop. It looks like Pretty Pansies is the high bid of 42. Thank you so much.
All right, I've only got one piece left that I advertised in my preview that I'd be selling tonight. I really almost want to pull it. I'm disappointed in it. I don't know if anybody has been waiting for it, so I'll bring it anyway. It's the new Martinsville Cobalt Blue Cocktail Shaker. I really would like to find another top for it. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the glass at all. And this is not a mug, although you could use it as a mug, I suppose. That is the cocktail shaker. This is New Martinsville, and it's a beautiful, deep, dark blue color. And this is either called Moondrop or, I'm sorry that I can't. Moondrop or Moonbeam. Anyway, I've got the cocktail shaker and 4 of the matching shot glasses that go with it. And they do match. They have the same pattern. I don't know if you can see it right there. And I do apologize that I cannot remember if I think it's called Moondrop. What annoys me is that someone tried to, this obviously got stuck on there. And so someone didn't know that you could run hot and cold water gradually and get it off. And they took some type of an implement, probably a knife, and they went all the way around to pry the chrome top off of there. So you have all this little denting here. You know, you could try to hammer that out. I don't see any bids on it, so there may not be anybody interested in it. I really want to try to find, and I can find, these tops are not that hard to find. I can find one and put it back on here, but does anybody want to grab it at 35? I shouldn't say grab. It looks beautiful. There's no problems with the glass at all. And it is.
No start.
35 is where it starts.
Okay.
It starts at 35. I apologize if I didn't say that. I thought I did.
No, you started with how you didn't want to sell it.
1930. Yeah. It's only because I'm really disappointed about that chrome top. So anyway, here are the 4 matching cobalt shot glasses or cordials that there were probably 6 or 8 that went with it. I've only got 4 of them, but they do match, and it is 1930s. And that might not bother some of you. Or you might get your hammer out and sit and ping away and try to flatten that down. Or you might find another top. They don't screw on, it just fits on the top like that. I do see there's a bid, so we'll keep going. There's the inside of the cocktail shaker lid. It's a sought after shaker, but you can see
it's a beautiful shaker.
You can see what somebody did to it. They didn't split the metal. They just took a butter knife and went all the way around. Well, great. You got the top off, but you sure did mess that up. Anyway. I guess it tells the story. We'll put it back on, and we will count down the new Martinsville. Is it Moondrop? I think it's called Moondrop.
Randy, it might, in that condition, it might, but we wouldn't.
No, it won't leak. Not if you push it on and hold it, because you're still getting, there's no damage here. So when this touches this inside rim here, see, this is what's on the, this goes on the outside of the glass. So I didn't put any water in it and shake it. But if you put that on there and hold it on there tightly, the seal is where the glass meets that ridge right there. So it should be okay, but I'm not going to guarantee it.
That's a shaker with 4 glasses, correct?
4 glasses.
Right. Okay, Randy. Yeah, there you
go. Yeah, there are 4 glasses that go with it. Very pretty color. 1930s. Yeah, these match it. Same pattern. All right, we'll count it down. 10. Very Art Deco, very 1930s. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And that'll do it for me. I've got to crew it, but I wasn't going to bring that tonight anyway, so we can hold off on that crew it. And we'll see who the winner is, and we'll turn it back over to David because I know he's got a piece of carnival glass that he didn't sell yet.
Yeah, I do have a few pieces, and let's see your wait for
Right,
your
let me
stop.
see. Okay. Then I'm still waiting for the stop on the cocktails.
Go ahead. Meanwhile, after the stop,
thank you, Charlotte, at 48.
there you go. So the start is 14 for the Northwood Carnival Bowl with a beautiful satin. So very light amethyst base on the glass.
Thank you, Susan.
Start at 14. Yes, Jack. Jack's talking to me. He's done. He wants me to be done. Again, this is his noises. He cracks me up. Starting at 14, beautiful carnival, Northwood. And I will count it down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And PA buzzer is in at 14. Thank you. Jack, stop it. He is being impossible. And PA buzzer before the stop. Thank you. The next item I have is the Bryce Higby and Company 1888 Spooner. It will come with 2 stains.
I have no idea. No one touched anything. That's very odd. I didn't touch anything. In fact, I've just been sitting here like this watching David. I did not touch a thing. So let me go get him. I didn't touch anything. I don't know, David. I didn't touch anything. I have no idea.
No. It's a colleague called, and that disrupts your camera.
Oh, a colleague called you.
Yeah. I think I'm still in the background. Okay, there I go.
Okay.
So there's the Bryce Higby and Company 1888. This is starting at 14.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spooner or spill, or they call them, mantle glass as well, because that would sit on the mantle if it held a spill for you to start your fire, or spooners. Nice little piece of glass history, 1888. New Grand is the pattern from Bryce Higby and Company. Starting at 14, if anyone's interested, I will count that down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And wait for that stop. My whole system kicked me out. Oh no.
That doesn't sound good, Judy.
PA buzzard for 17 on that one. Thank you, Norman, for bidding on that as well. PA buzzard will get that. Thank you. And then the last two, I had the small, very heavy metal, the smaller Hessian soldier at 26. at I believe 9 inches tall, 8.5. This was 8.5 inches, and then a larger one is from Virginia Metal Crafters. The larger one is 11.5 inches, and both would make excellent for larger bookends or doorstop. And the smaller one is $26. If you want to claim that, number 14, just type in 14. If you want the larger one at $34, if you want to claim that, just type in 15. And that's the last two of my items. It's got to be heavy brass. These are marked, hallmarked by Virginia Metal Company. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a good amount of bronze with brass with these, considering the price of these, if you look online. But these are heavy, heavy brass. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you, Scott, for hosting tonight.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone, for being here on Monday night, competing with football now, I know. But thank you so much, everyone. We had we were able to get over 350 folks here tonight, and I'm so glad you spent your Monday evening with us. I'm going to work on some invoices a little bit tonight, and then the rest of them tomorrow morning. And please tune into David and Tammy's sale this Wednesday night. And I guess that's it. I'll probably have a drop sale later on this week as well. I love doing drop sales during the week.
Yeah, Virginia just asked about that. Tammy just had a drop sale that went Saturday night or Sunday morning for these little cute little I wish I could find them.
Oh, Virginia,
she did little assemblages.
Thank you for Virginia.
It just is a little sample. If you go on the channel and look for just drop sales, she made this is a little sample. Old piece of pressed glass and put a nice little bird in there and made a nice little nest.
Cute.
I don't know if this sold or not. It's just sitting here, but this is an example of what she did. And it has a nice little cameo in there as well. But nice little idea. She did drop sales, so that's on the channel if you would be interested in that. And then we'll be back Wednesday night for our normal sale, Vintage Uprising Texas, at 7, starting at 7 Central.
Well, I will, if I'm available, I'll tune in. And if there are any questions, comments, or prayer requests, we'll say nighty-night. Sleep tight and pleasant dreams to you.
Thanks for hanging in. And I realized I had a pocket square. Look at that. And I just had it buried.
It looks wonderful.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night, lovely folk. Good night. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen Williams. Thank you, everyone.